Oh, this is new. It says controls. What are the controls for? Great. So what's up, Fathermuckers? Let me get rid of this. Katsuna GF4525 here, back with another video. And OBS Studio. I'm not dealing with you today. So yeah. I was rereading this just now, and I really like the coloring for this. I love, like, I just wanted some closure for the Legend of Korra comics, and this gave me the closure I needed in terms of finding out what the hell is what. I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys if you have not picked this up, but it's just worth reading. I wonder if the stream is back on. See, I realized that recently I'm not the only person who be having problems live streaming using this this program, because I watched several live streams and people use these programs, and it's like when they live stream it's very laggy. This program always for some reason says that there's a problem with the internet connection where there really isn't. And a lot of people just like be having problems. I just literally updated it before I even live stream, so it shouldn't be a problem. But I'm just saying right now that it's lag, because it's saying that my internet connection is slow. Like, if my internet connection was really that slow, I wouldn't be able to play any video games. All I do is play video games online all day. I experience minimum to no lag. When I was living in my other house, yeah, there was a lot of lag, but for some reason I can live stream perfectly. But here it's my internet connection is so much more better, and I just don't understand what the F. So yeah, today I'm going to be working on this. Hopefully, I don't want to cut this live stream off right now or earlier than I should, just because this thing is giving me a hard time. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about some things, just address myself to my audience. Let's see. Yeah. So I have my phone right next to me watching the stream as well, and there's just a lot of fucking lag, and it really bothers me. So if you see me just looking to the side all the time, I only have this pulled up on my phone to make sure that I'm actually being recorded instead of me talking into a camera for nothing. Because look at this down here. This is what's bothering the shit out of me. I've only been live streaming for 5 minutes, and you mean to tell me you can't keep the fucking connection? I have nothing going on in the background besides this. Let me get rid of this. Maybe that will work. Maybe. So yeah, today I'm working on this. I started a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted to submit it to IDW. I was expecting to be done with 3 pages by now. But the thing is, I was doing a collab with somebody else, and I've been working on my website doing the collab. I just ordered my business cards, my new ones, which are great. I'm working on setting up a mailing list, hopefully pretty soon. I'm including a lot of more content on my Patreon page, so if you guys just want to click the link down below and check that out. I update, I've been updating mostly every week now on my Patreon, for Patreon only. My business card is available to Patreon only, but I'm gonna put that on Instagram today. But yeah, you just get a lot of stuff that I don't feel like showing off to the world right now. on the right there. So yeah, let's talk about Sonic for a while. Like, we're always talking about Sonic on this channel, which is great. We're always talking about how I'm sponsored by noises going on outside, which is great. I have my window open, by the way, and my fan off. So yeah, let's talk about Sonic. So I pre-ordered Sonic Mania last week. I'm still waiting for it to be delivered. Like they said, it was going to be delivered today. It's in upstate New York right now. Very impatient. Like, I just want to play the game, but at the same time, like, I have planned to get the Xbox One version of the game yesterday, but tell me how GameStop didn't carry extra copies of the game. The GameStop I went to, they said they only carry copies of people who pre-ordered the game. Now, this is what gets me really pissed off about GameStop. They like to promote games, right? But for the entire month of like July, they have not promoted Sonic Mania. I have not seen a poster. I have not seen a cardboard cutout. I have not seen anything for Sonic Mania on any GameStop store, and it really pissed me off because it's like, but when the Nintendo Switch was releasing, you know, there was a Nintendo Switch everywhere. Or when The Legend of Zelda was releasing, or like Mario, you saw posters and cardboard cutouts, and like they were talking about it on the TV. But no, GameStop was talking about every fucking thing else besides Sonic. This is the kind of shit that pisses me off, especially when it comes to like IGN giving Sonic Mania an 8 out of 10. I don't believe it deserves an 8. I believe it deserves a lot more, just because Sega has the most interaction with its fans. Sega has really stepped up their game when it came to Sonic Mania. I mean, this really put them up there. But I feel like if Sonic Forces fucks up, then I don't know. Sega is just but you know, they brought something fresh and new to the series, and that's exactly what Sonic fans needed. You know, somebody whose art style was fresh, somebody who was just like new. You know, that's what we needed. I be always getting these weird smells when I'm recording video. So yeah, when I'm gonna like, I hope they deliver it soon because I want to play it today. But yeah, so about this IDW Sonic comic page, I had uploaded this a snippet of this, so I uploaded this panel to the Sonic the Hedgehog group on Facebook, and I got a lot of comments saying the same thing. Like, a lot of fans want it to look like the Archie Sonic style. For example, they was criticizing the length of his body right here. And I know I have a hard time with Sonic the Hedgehog proportions. Like, I know I have a difficult time with that. Because Tracy Yardley, when he reviewed my stuff at Comic-Con, he told me basically the same thing, to be careful with their body proportions. So I'm going to try to work on that, but most of the fans just said practically the same thing about it, wanting to look like Archie Sonic comics. And I feel like if they're going to go with a different publisher, it should not look like Archie. It should look like IDW. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, like, the way fans' minds think. You know, when I found out that Sonic the Hedgehog was now going to be taken over by IDW, I was not expecting SatAM characters to be with IDW. I'm not expecting Sally, I'm not expecting Rotor. I'm basically not expecting IDW to introduce new characters, because we don't want another Ken Penders type of nonsense. I know a lot of people really want that, but they have to think about it realistically and the copyright infringement issues, especially when Archie can just like swipe up and like claim the characters for their own, because technically those characters do belong to Archie. Do they belong to Archie? I'm not sure which came first, the Sad AM or the Archie Sonic comics. I'm not sure, because I know when the Archie comics first print, like Sally looked totally different than what she did in Sad AM. So I'm trying to like remember if it was the Archie Sonic comics first that introduced the Sad AM characters, or was it Sad AM? Because if it was Sad AM first, then when Archie comics first print, Sally wouldn't have looked pink and with black hair, yeah? That's just a thought. Like, I'm not sure which came first, but I'm like 80% sure that Sad AM belongs to Archie. And with IDW, I want to do the same thing Tyson Hesse gave to Sega. You know, I want my art style to be something fresh and new and bold. But it's going to be heavily influenced by the Archie Sonic comics. Just because IDW, now that they have taken this property, they need to figure out how are they going to use Sonic to build their own image of what an IDW Sonic comic should look like. And yeah, when I posted this on Facebook, I was just taken aback. Like, I was a little bit discouraged, just a little. Just cause, you know, I was expecting a lot of helpful feedback. You know, it was just mostly just shit with the body. And I was just like, why are all these comments like the same? Why don't people tell me like what they actually want to see, or like give me their most valuable opinion? You know, when somebody asks my input about a comic page, like I try to give my valuable input. Like when I'm critiquing a comic page, I mostly just look at the story flow. I first look at how many panels there are in a page. If my eye can like go from one panel to the next, like sequentially. That's what you're trying to do as a comic artist. And I feel like when I posted this panel, you know, I was expecting somebody to say, you know, work on the backgrounds or work more on Sonic's motion here. But you know, that's that's just like how Sega's fans are. They're just so indecisive. They just want to get what they want all the time. I feel like they kind of almost abuse Sega in a way, because they interact with their fans so much, more than like anybody, more than any other game company has. I feel like, in my opinion, that fans almost kind of abuse that power. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog fan page, Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel, Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter. And I feel like, you know, fans need to be a little bit more grateful, because Sonic could have died back in the 06 era. And I strongly felt like he could have died like right then and there. Not only from Sonic 06, but from Sonic and the Seven Rings, Sonic and the Black Knights. You know, all those games had this overall theme to it that I really didn't like. You know, those games had amazing and fantastic music, but all those games were just uninteresting. All those games were just repetitive for modern Sonic games. And you know, Sega really took the route of eliminating the rest of their characters besides Sonic, and I felt like that could have been their downfall. Because what Sonic Heroes was trying to do was introduce all these other new characters that many people can relate to, instead of just having Sonic and Tails or Knuckles. You know, I have wanted to always relate to a character, and I feel like when they introduced Shadow, I could relate to him a little bit more than I could relate to Knuckles, or I can relate to Tails. And then when Sonic Generations hit, you know, I was really proud of Sega. That was a really good game. The only thing is, like, they did the same thing again with eliminating the rest of the characters that they had introduced, and that's not right. And then with Sonic Mania, it's like they're going back to their roots, which is great. Sonic Forces, I feel like if they continue to cut out the characters they created, that is going to continue to be the downfall of the Sonic series. Because many fans like having like multiple characters besides playing as just one character. Like for the Mario franchise, I don't like playing Mario games that much, just because it's always the repetitive same bullshit with the Peach and Mario and the Bowser. Like, I don't want to just play as Mario and Luigi. Like, I want to play as Waluigi, I want to play as Wario, I want to play as Diddy Kong. You know, I want a Mario game to be fun and interactive. When they try to do that with Mario Maker, it was a nice idea, but the execution was very shitty, especially when people started to become jerks. Like, that game became virtually unplayable. I stopped playing that game after a while because I just couldn't stand how people were creating these ridiculous ass levels. And it was just, oh my god. And still to this day, people are creating ridiculous ass levels. It's like, I don't know how people have lives sometimes. But yeah, I'm really hoping to get on the IDW Sonic team, just because I really love to work with Sega. I feel like, along with myself, that's not anything important. That's not anything important either. I just don't want my phone to fall. I feel like me along with myself and like just a nice creative team, we can really bring out the best in Sonic. That's what I want to do overall, is bring out the best in a Sonic game. Not a Sonic game, a Sonic comic. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I were to be a colorist and color this page, would I make this a solid blue? Or would I just make it an outline blue? I'm not sure right now. I'm not thinking about color. I may ink it blue. Not color. Or maybe color. Who knows? We'll see. Like, if I upload this on Deviantart and it gets more than 20 likes, then I'll ink it. Or how's about this? If it gets more than 50 likes on Instagram, then I'll ink it. That means you can follow my social media down below. Let's see. I'm thinking about making these into like straight lines using the line tool. I think that will work better. Like, it'll probably look a lot cleaner than what I'm doing right now. So yeah, this page is going to be up on my social media today. It's not going to be finished at all. I'm going to finish it within the next couple of days. My plans for the next couple of days involve doing this page, starting to pencil the next page of Sonato. So I uploaded Sonato like the other week. It's my original comic on Deviantart, my original fan comic of Sonic and Shadow like being a thing. I uploaded a page on Deviantart last week, and then I uploaded like an exclusive page on my Patreon for $10 only tier. I don't release those pages anywhere else. It's only for my $10 Patreon people. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend that you do, because there is a lot of juicy content over there. But yeah, I'm going to pencil out the next page of that. Pencil out the next page of this. Finish this page. I really want to finish that gas chamber pinup, like the pencils of it. I have a imagination of how I want it to be colored with that gas chamber pinup. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys right here so you can get a better visual of what I've been talking about. So this is what I have so far, the gas chamber pinup. As you can see, I'm using some sort of perspective here, and I'm going to draw this train here, and I'm going to draw like a camp in the background, and I have the birds here, and I have the trees here. Very, very nice environmental things happening here that I like. I have this vision of how I want it to be colored. Like, I'm not going to ink it. I think I'm just going to have like a nice painting setting, because I really don't want the dark lines to compete with the coloring, especially when I have so much environmental things going on. I feel like just coloring on top of these pencils is going to be better than inking it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm almost done with this anyway. When I'm finished, it's going to be up on my Patreon page first, for the $5 tier. You know, completed pencils and stuff, and then the process of the coloring would be on my $10 page, $10 tier. So yeah, go check that out. Thinking about these lines right here, maybe I should make them like a little bit lighter. I should have put this on a separate layer, but then you have Sonic in the background. I really like this first panel. The thing about me is when I'm creating comics, I like to put a lot of Easter eggs in my comics. That also depends on how much time I have on the comic itself. Like, if I have plenty of time to do it, then like I'll add a whole lot of detail and like put a whole bunch of Easter eggs in the comic. But if I don't have that much time, like if I feel like I've been working on it for a long time, then I'll just like bang it out, rush it, start airbrushing that. That is not good. That's actually what I used to do when it came to my Sonato comics. I used to put them up like one page 6 months at a time. And I don't like doing that because I'd be having a lot of people wait, and I know how annoying that is. But at the same time, my Sonato comic is not really a serious thing. It's not something I'm going to look into publishing or anything like that. It's just for me to practice on my storytelling skills, and it was just something I started a long time ago, and I don't feel like just abruptly stopping, because that would not be nice. Goalpost there in the background. Oh my gosh, what the fuck is this? National Flying Day by my house? And I have some rings here. Like always with an iconic Sonic stage. Oh no, I accidentally locked my phone. Always with Green Hill Zone. This could be Emerald Hill Zone. Could, but yeah. Like a couple of days ago, not a couple of days ago, I think it was yesterday, I tweeted at Aaron Weber, like, please tell me, when is Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles going to be released for the mobile? because guys, I've been really dying to play Sonic 3 for the longest time. I think I'm gonna look on the Xbox to see if they have it available. I doubt they do, but I really want to play those games. Actually, that just reminded me. I told myself when I was going to get paid, I was going to download Symphony of Night on the Xbox. Castlevania Symphony of Night is one of my most favorite Castlevania games I ever played in my entire life. I used to play that game so often on the PlayStation. You wouldn't even believe me. And there was another Castlevania game that I played on the DS that I enjoyed. Never finished. I don't think I ever finished a Castlevania game. Oh well. But I've been playing a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on my mobile. It's when I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2, one of my favorite Sonic games, I just usually stop at Chemical Plant. I make it beyond Chemical Plant. But Chemical Plant is the definition of rage quitting. I'm trying to get achievements for the mobile, so there's this one specific achievement where I have to complete Chemical Plant without touching the water. And I'm trying to find the correct route to take. And then I think there's only one way to get to the boss, where you have to go up the blocks that switch. And then there's 3 blocks that switch like this, and then there's 1 block that just go around. I think that's the only route you can take. But the thing about that is the water level just rises up so fast. And I think I have to be Knuckles to complete that stage. And it's just it's crazy. Chemical Plant. And then, oh my god, always rage quitting when I get to the boss because of the moving panels. There's only this one sliver of stage that you can step on, and then the rest of the stage, they're just rotating. And I'm just why am I even alive right now? I can't complete this goddamn stage. But the boss is not that hard. Other than that, I know Casino Night be pissing me off though. I've been wanting to play Crash Bandicoot. I've got it for the PlayStation, but I let my little brother borrow my PlayStation, so I don't really have it in my possession right now, unfortunately. Let's see, what am I doing here? So, I'm working in Manga Studio right now. I've always worked in Manga Studio. Recently, when I first started doing comics, I worked in Photoshop, but Manga Studio's default brushes just have more of a organic and natural feel to it than Photoshop. I feel like the brush tool with Photoshop is not how I would see my stuff now. You know, I never really liked the brush tool in Photoshop. It was just nasty. Let's see. But yeah, now I just work in Manga Studio, working on my Surface Pro 4, which is not bad. I am looking to get an iPad Pro, hopefully really soon, with the iPad pencil, and see if I can work on some comics on the go digitally, because I'm really afraid to take this out with me, because this is a really expensive tablet and I paid so much money for it. But when I get an iPad, I'm just looking to get a used one, because I don't like Apple products that much. It's sometimes I would take my Surface on the train and I would just draw on the train, but it's so many people watch you on the train and you just feel uncomfortable. You should feel uncomfortable when you're holding a $1,000 tablet in your hand on the damn train where there's unreliable people there. And then I don't want to take this with me at my job because people like stealing things, and like I have really bad trust issues. Just because I've been living in New York my entire life, trust issues is like a given. I don't know what exactly we're gonna do here. Just playing around with it, trying to get a background at least. Let's add something here. Yeah, Manga Studio is really effing good. I recommend everybody get this. Like, Photoshop is good and all, but Manga Studio, it's really good for creating comics. Now, this is like the standard here. Let's see. I think I want the vanishing point to be that far away. That sounds about right. Guys, I usually just add a bunch of guides. And I only paid like 89 bucks for this one. This is the EX version. Just because I got it while it was on sale. Like, they usually do sales every 6 months. Like, I think the basic version of Manga Studio, I think it's 50 bucks, but I got the original version for 20. I'm not sure, just don't quote me on that. Okay, got all those perspective guidelines in place. What is this for? Panels. Okay. And the greatest thing about using perspective rulers, like, you don't have to hold down the shift key to draw straight lines. They'll already be drawn for you. Maybe we can do something like that. I guess this seems about right. I'm always talking to myself when I'm drawing, and I don't think that's a good thing. People be looking at me like I'm weird. Oh no, cancel that. Oh yeah, this is my business card, by the way. Put it on my Patreon yesterday. Now all you guys know what it looks like. Looks really fucking good though. I was gonna put this on my Instagram today. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream off at 11. I noticed that these streams have been very long, like an hour long. Don't really want them to be an hour long. Like right now anyway. Let's see. If he's walking, if he's running, then if he's running this way. Yeah, it would be something like this, right? There's supposed to be some sort of electric fence that he just like dashes under. I think I'm gonna change this electricity because it looks like it's competing a lot with the background. I'm gonna change it to something a little bit more suitable. I really like the details on here. Damn, I wish I could play some Sonic 3 music right now, but copyright problems, 2017. I should ask you that, guys, if you want me to do some tutorials. I don't always draw Sonic, by the way. Like, I do work on my original stuff. So I like drawing Sonic. Drawing Sonic is, it's easy, but it's not easy because people expect different kind of styles. It's like I can do a quick 2-minute sketch of Sonic, no problem. But people expect, people have this certain perspective of Sonic, like he has definite anatomy and shit. And I'm just like, in what universe is an animal's head ever that huge? Let's see. Sonic really focuses on hands. Hand gestures a lot, which is good. So I'd usually do something like this where I just sketch out my hand roughly and go back. I'm gonna fix this up a little bit more, especially I'm gonna put a lot of detail in that panel. Let's save this right here. Alright guys, it's 11 o'clock. I'm turning the stream off right now. Please give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. That will really help me out a lot. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. I'm gonna reach 200 subscribers before October. So please help me reach 200 subscribers before October. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Go check out my Patreon page. Be in the links below. Deviantart, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, all that shiznit will be in the description down below if you want to check out more of my art. I have a lot of content, especially on my Instagram up. Go check those things out. Please share all. Help my crap go viral. Yeah, this is Katonuchi4525, K-Toon Comics, and I'm signing out.